Hey folks, my name is Alex. Welcome back to Alflex. So, I've been wondering for quite some while. Do you have a dream? What what dream do you have in your heart? What ambitions do you think about when you sit down and just think about your life, Is there something that you want to accomplish before you die? Because I came to realize that without a dream, a man is just a void, you know. It's just a void walking through in life, being used by others to build their dreams, and then they die, you know. That is just what it is. That is what is happening, technically speaking. And that's why I asked you, do you have a dream? And if you have one, what are you doing about it? Since January 1st all the way to now, can you see the steps that you have made to actually achieve what you want? You know, that is what that matters, man. That is what that matters at the end of the day. Have you made any progress towards whatever you want? Because at the end of the day, if you haven't, then it means you don't want your dream bad enough. That is just what it is. You have to understand that a dream is something that you want to achieve. And if you don't achieve it here on earth, then it means you just wasted your life. That is just what it is. You know. That is what it is. You can't live with dreams in your heart, then at the end of the day die without actualizing them and think that you lived a good life. You didn't. You didn't achieve what you wanted for your people, for yourself. You didn't achieve what God brought you here to do. And that's why I asked you, do you have a dream? If you have it, what are you doing? I want to challenge you because a lot of people have dreams. We admire to be successful, and that is something that you can't hide from me, You can't hide from your people. We admire, all of us admire to be successful and achieve, and that is why we wake up every day and just go and strive to get something for ourselves. That is a clear sign that you have a dream. And as a matter of fact, you have to understand that that dream, you are the only one to achieve it. But the question is, if you haven't been pushing yourself hard enough to achieve it, do you think that you will achieve it? Because a lot of people think that they will when they are not putting in the work. And I'm here to tell you that is a delusion, bro. That is just a delusion. There is no way you can achieve something that you are not working towards. That is just what it is. There is no way you can achieve. For instance, if it is when we were studying back in campus or high school, to achieve an A grade, you have to work to get it. There's no way you would have sat in your home, watched movies, never revised, and think that at the end of the day you will get an A in mathematics or chemistry and such. The same thing with life here, man. There's no way you can think that you can just wake up every day, go to a job, and one day you'll be successful. Like, that's just bullshit. That is just bullshit. You have to understand that if you're not doing something for that dream, at the end of the day you will lose it. That is just an honest point. If you're not fighting for it, at the end of the day you will lose it. And also, if you're not fighting for it, have you ever sat down and just thought the nightmare life that you don't want? Because a lot of people think of their life being like this bed of roses and such kind of things, but they never sit down and just analyze the life that they don't want to have, because that can freak them out to action. If you look at a nightmare life that you don't want to live, for instance, you see your people struggling to pay bills. You see your loved ones struggling in the hospitals. They don't have money to clear up their bills. You see your people sleeping homelessly out there on the streets. You see your children sleeping hungry every day simply because you are earning some freaking pesos. Like, bruv, if you look life in that dimension, You'll be so freaked out that you're not doing anything in this life. You'll be so freaked out to understand that a day just passed and you didn't walk a step closer to your dream. And that is why I'm telling you today, we have to go for what we want. Not only look at it from a point of a dream or something that a utopia world that you want to get to, but as well look at it on the other side, the nightmare that you don't want to live at all, because that nightmare that will freak you out, man. It will just freak you out. Just imagine your people begging for money or going out there on the streets and just begging for money. Just imagine that for your people. That should push you hard enough to just think like, today I'm not gonna waste today, man. You see? And that is why I'm telling you today. Look at the both sides, your dreams and your nightmares, and this way you can be in a position of building a strong why you're doing that thing that you want to do in life. And that way you can wake up every day and decide to kill it, simply because without that decision, because we're just a decision away, you know. We're just a decision away. We are here to just say, I'm tired of this bullshit and I'm gonna change it. Fuck it. Whatever come may, man. That's what it is. We're just a decision away to getting what we want in life. And if we are not courageous enough to take that first decision, then nothing will end up changing in our lives, you know. Coupled with discipline and such kind of things, there's no way we can make progress towards what we want to achieve in life. There's no way a job that is paying you some tiny pesos and then you get taxed like freaking weirdo. A job like that, there's no way a job like that can give you the financial freedom that you need to sustain your people. Just forget about it. There's no way you can work on a job for the rest of your years, 30 years. I have seen my mom work in a job for over 15 years, and I'm like, what the fuck, man? She achieved something by educating us, but I looked at it and just thought, she's still not making enough, you know, to give herself a good life, you see, to give us a better life. And that's why I'm telling you, there's no job that can save you, bro. Even if you are getting paid 100k every month, you know, and getting to that 100k, you have to work for the next like 10 years to get to 100k. Like, bro, it just doesn't make any sense, bro. You see, it's a matter of you thinking outside the box, building businesses, building investments, doing something that will technically make you money as you sleep, you see. And that's something that we have to do. We have to achieve that dream that we want in life, because that is what that matters at the end of the day. That is what that matters, people. That dream that you have, there's nothing bad than dying and you haven't yet achieved what you wanted. There's nothing bad than that. Like, I don't imagine myself on my deathbed without having actualized Alflex Fit to the brand that I want it to be, without having actualized my companies to what I want them to be. Like, fuck, I better be dead, man. You see, it doesn't make any sense. There's no way you can spend all that time here on earth yet not achieve what you want. Like, it just doesn't make any sense, man. It shows that you wasted your efforts, you wasted your time, you wasted everything that you had. See? And that is something that we have to avoid as young men, as young women, as the youth. We have to build something for ourselves. We have to stop wasting our lives, because the major issue that is technically destroying us as young men is the distractions. The distractions that we are having on a daily freaking basis. We are watching too much porn. We are smoking so much weed. We are drinking a lot of alcohol. We are partying. We are doing all this fuck all bullshit. And that is technically destroying us. Slowly by slowly, day by day, it's technically destroying us from within. And this way, that is why I'm telling you today, if you don't sacrifice some of these things, you won't be in a position of achieving what you want. Because, as I told you earlier, success is something that requires a lot of sacrifice. It requires a lot of endurance. It requires a lot of investment. And if you can't invest all your resources towards that thing that you want, at the end of the day, you end up hoping and just thinking one day I will get it, one day I will get it. But that one day will never come. It will never come. Just forget about it. You just die. You have lived a slavery life, working for others, helping others build their dreams, and yet at the end of the day you die, and you didn't achieve a thing for yourself or for your people. You didn't leave a legacy. You didn't build an empire for your family, or a generational wealth kind of business or a portfolio. So people, you have to understand that in our 20s, as young men, as young women, in our 20s, this is the time to build what we want. And we can only do this with investing every other thing that we have, every other resource. Because if you didn't watch my video on the 4 resources that we have, I will link it up and you will see it. So if you don't sacrifice all those resources and just direct them towards where we want to be in life, at the end of the day, we lose the game. Be the best version of yourself. See you at the top. Be the best. Adios.